we're back.
Welcome back to Sip Happens with Murphy still here, making himself known.
Season 2.
Yep.
Episode 16. We are back, coming to you live.
This.
One from Marin.
Still in Jersey. I'm still in Jersey. You have greener pastures, lusher pastures. It looks very, very beautiful outside wherever
beautiful.
You are. Are you in your new home?
We are. I feel good about the fact that we have traded one East Coast natural beauty for West Coast natural beauty. So that feels very good. It's been a hard landing, but a soft landing in some ways. I mean, we still have access to beautiful, again, trails and the whole thing. But it's been a lot. So we've been quiet for the past few weeks because we've been making the big transition from the East Coast to the West, and
huge move.
It's been a lot. No rest for the weary. It's like we landed here. We're still digging out of boxes, jumped right back into work. I've been commuting in, trying to figure out that whole routine. Max started his first week at school. He's in second grade, meeting new friends, just getting into our whole new rhythm. It's a lot. Everyone's a little off. Everyone's good, but off.
Of course.
Lemon is trying to figure out what's going on and what the deal is. But again, the headlines that I just will continue to talk about is how amazing the weather is. And I feel it's so cliche to continue to talk about weather, but I feel like I have the right to, given from Chicago, New York, it's just like this perfect 65, 70 all day, every day. So.
Yeah, I saw you posted a picture the other day and you had this like chunky fall sweater on. And I guess I didn't think about what the weather would be there. In my head, it's summer. So sweaters are not a thing. You were in the chunkiest, most wonderful fall sweater.
Yeah. You wake up in the morning and it's, 55, 60. I walk Lemon. I go for a walk around our neighborhood. It's gorgeous. And then by the time sun's kind of coming up and it's warming up around like 9 and 10, it's about 70, and then it's 70s during the day, and then it cools down again at night. And so it's this truly
magical.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is for
nice.
Now. But I feel like we're still in the weather honeymoon phase.
Have you time-wise settled in now to the time change? Okay,
yes. Good. I perpetually feel like we are, just behind though. I mean, like New York is just the center of the universe in a lot of ways, at least for me. Like our friends are there, East Coast family and work. And I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. It's like always waking up and having, feeling a little bit behind, just given New York. But no, it's good. I mean, I keep just saying it's a lot. Max has been such a trooper, but it's been hard. He misses friends. And last night we had our first, we had our first big cry last night with him. Meaning like we were at every Friday and Saturday in downtown San Anselmo where we are. They like shut down the streets. It's like live on the avenue, super cute. And he just saw a bunch of kids playing. And he just like burst into tears and like ran to me. And he was just crying for like 20 minutes and he couldn't tell me why. And then it wasn't until we kind of got to the restaurant, kind of pulled me aside and was like, I got really sad. I saw all these kids playing, and then he just made me realize like how I don't have any friends here. And I got so sad. I was like, oh my God, my heart.
Poor kid.
But here's the thing is though, he's literally 4 days into school. He already has a play date this afternoon. He's doing soccer. He's doing tennis. We're meeting people. It's just, it's not the people that he's known his entire life. And so, it's been hard for him a little bit.
I mean, all things considered, that sounds very normal and probably on like the very well adjusted scale of things. It could be, him just shutting himself in his room, not talking to anyone for weeks on end, being in a new environment, which doesn't sound very characteristic of him anyway, but
he's been, I don't know, I'm getting a new flavor of him. He's always been a very sensitive, like empathetic kid, but the things that he's been saying over the past like week or two are like next level. Like one of our favorite restaurants back in Accord was this place called the Roose, like our local little diner. And we always would sit at the counter of this diner, and the seat at the diner had a little plaque, and it was like, this was Judy's favorite seat, like in remembrance of Judy. And we'd always sit at Judy's seat. And so he's like, yeah, Mama. He's like, I don't want to tell you, but the other day I was just like really, really holding back my tears because I really wanted to cry because I was wondering if like maybe they put a plaque up for me, like remembering Max, like because this is also his
Goodness.
favorite seat. I'm like, oh my God. And I kind
Sweet
of talked to him
Max.
about like, your kid, like, I'm like, listen, it's always good to like cry, let it out, don't hold it in, and so that was kind of like one of those kind of coaching moments. And I'm the worst practitioner of any of that because I
Yeah, of
do,
course.
so it's like, practice what you preach, but like he's just saying very like, again, like empathetic, emotional things during this huge transition. So again, it's been a different level of like parenting, mentoring, coaching, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
And how has it been for you and
But
Craig?
we're
Because it's
here.
also a big transition for you guys. And you have work people, but do you have any friends?
Not really. I mean, I know people, but I wouldn't say I'm
Yeah.
inheriting a group of
You don't
friends
have
here.
your little
Again, like we're two
community
weeks
yet.
in. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not even worried about that right now. Like, I'm mostly worried about like, again, I want to get into my routine. Like after we stop recording here, I'm going to yoga.
So
Um,
nice.
really nailing like the commute situation because our offices are in Mission Bay. And so I have to figure out what that looks like Monday through Wednesday. Like I'm an early,
How
I
is
mean,
it
I've
being
always kind of
back at
been,
an office? You haven't been in an office in 2 years? How long has it been?
since 2000. I mean, I don't know, pre-COVID, because after COVID hit, it was like we all went remote. And so like I've been in an office,
True,
of
yeah.
course, but not like consistently. So that's yeah, it's a thing, I'm
That's an
less
adjustment.
productive. Yeah, I mean, I'm less productive in office. Like great FaceTime, great meetings, fine, but I don't get stuff done because I'm constantly just engaging with people. And
Yeah.
it's it's a social
It's such a
what's the word I'm
strange
looking for?
balance
I
of
know,
like
and like the
where is
parking
it the,
situation
the
crazy.
the pros of getting the team bonding and FaceTime and all of that, and the cons of actually just chipping away at your
I
productivity.
know
Obviously, there's more pros and
everything.
cons on both sides, but
But
yeah,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think
It's
I'd
I
do well in
mean,
an office.
yeah.
I don't think it would be my thing.
So much. So yeah, so that's been highlights. I mean, there's so many big life things happening. I'm like overwhelmed with all of the good news on social, all the bad news on social. I have so many things to talk to you about there. Um, feels like more of a catch-up episode, but like,
It
how was your
does.
trip?
It
How was
does.
Florida? How was that?
Yeah, we just got back from Florida, and it was nice to see cousins playing because my brother was there with his kids, and we don't see them as often because they live in Atlanta. And so it was nice to get some time with them and see the kids playing together. And all of the cousins are around the same age. I think his oldest is 7 and his youngest is 3 or 4. So it was very just like great cousin fest, playing time, miserable heat, disgusting, didn't want to be outside at all.
Where
Just
do you stay when you're
highs.
there? Where do you guys
So
stay?
we
Do you have
actually stayed in a friend's, my mom's friend's house that she let us rent from her, and it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful house. Had a pool, which was so nice because I'm not a big beach person. I don't. It's like a sensory thing. I don't like salt water drying on my skin. I don't like the feeling of that. I don't like being. I will go with my kids if they want to go. I'm like the first couple of days we went down, we got all suited up, went down there, and they were like, we don't want to be here. I was like, great, must be genetic. Come with me. We'll go back to the pool. But even then, it was highs at like 96 and felt like 116. So it was miserable. I was like, why would I want to be at the beach anyway? I also have the baby, and you're trying to
no,
like set up
no,
shade. Like it just
no.
wasn't this conducive family beach situation. But we loved the pool. We had so much fun swimming at the pool and playing at the pool. The first night there, I decided to have a race with my 7-year-old nephew, which was fantastic, phenomenal. But I blew a tire, and by blew a tire, I literally mean I told you I would wait to show you this because I didn't realize they were right next to me. I was wearing new shoes that literally like busted somehow. I fell to the ground. I rolled. So I have a wound on my right knee, a massive bruise, and then my left wrist, elbow, shoulder. So I literally hit the right side, then rolled, tucked and rolled, which honestly, my athleticism, I was really proud of because how is that my natural instinct to tuck and roll instead of like slam my head down? But I did, and I survived. Um,
He has
but
a
then the
lot
rest
to
of the time,
say. Murphy, you got a
he
lot going
does.
on there, buddy boy.
The rest of the time, I am nursing open wounds, and I'm like, I'm obviously not going to the beach with this, like rubbing sand in these wounds. So it was just a little, it put a bit of a damper. I mean, so much fun, and I'm physically fine. It was just when you have giant scabs and road rash everywhere, you're not really rubbing sunscreen on your body and all of that. So yesterday I actually went to the store to try and get some Band-Aids for the big one on my shoulder. I can't, it's like right here, so I can't quite see it. So I had to stop a random lady and be like, hey, hold up a box of Band-Aids. Does this Band-Aid cover this wound? And she was like, hold on, let me take a picture. So she used my phone, took a picture and showed me. I was like, wow, this is what I've come to. But it's been a while since I've had like scrapes on my knees. When's the last time you scraped? I mean, I remember I looked at a picture recently where you got thrown down the hill with Lemon when there was a dog fight or something.
Oh, yes, that was right. Yeah, I was, she's being attacked by a dog. And so I had to I went into like adrenaline, you went into like adrenaline mode, and I tried to tackle this other dog off of her and like roll down a hill. Yeah. That was
Which
fun.
I still don't know what we're supposed to do if there's a dog fight, if a dog comes at you.
No, I still don't know. And I mean, there's also no shortage of wildlife here. On 2 occasions, Lemon has also currently chased a coyote down the road here. So there's like mountain lions, rattlesnakes, coyotes. So it's like very familiar territory.
New creatures to explore. Great. We actually at the beach saw a deer on a big sand dune grazing. And I was like, I didn't know there were beach deer. I didn't know that was a thing. So
crazy.
Cool.
I know.
But Florida was fun. It also just reminded me and it was the first time my boys have both flown. So we had the majority of our vacationing. First of all, we live at a lake. So a lot of people just want to come visit us, which means we're not traveling as much. Secondly, my sister and her kids, who we visit most often, are in Maryland. So we drive there. So Harry, who is 3, has never been on a plane. And Murphy, obviously, has never been on a plane. So it was the first flight for both of them to Florida and back. And they were champs. It was so smooth, so easy.
So you buy 4 seats, then Murphy just stays
We did
with you?
3 in 1. So Spencer with the 2 big kids, Murphy on me. And we were good. The way back was even easier. Murphy and I had our own row somehow. It wasn't a full flight. So I could just lay him down next to me. I take up his own space. So I got to watch Julie and Julia, random movie that I would never have watched otherwise. Right?
Okay.
So random.
That was totally out of it.
Yeah.
Totally out of it. Yeah. So I have been not watching any TV, but it's just been, again, all I do here is unpack and walk. It's been very interesting.
How far into unpacking are you?
I mean, yesterday was a big day. Yeah. I mean, we're still digging out of boxes and stuff. And I feel like we made some progress. But it's just mostly, it's all that. And then the coolest thing is Max can walk to school and bike to school.
So
we've never been in a neighborhood before. And so this is like a brand new world where literally 2 or 3 months ago, he wasn't even really riding a bike. And now he is like a biking pro.
Literally
he's doing mountain
riding
biking,
to school.
Biking to school. And that is one of the best things. And I'm so glad that
just like a signature kid experience.
Yes.
To be able to do that.
And I don't commute to school with him. Like when I'm home, when I'm working from home here, I walk down the street with him to school. It's amazing. Every parent here has an e-bike. And so what I'm about to kind of share with you is just like, it's also been so funny. Like, again, like you asked about how me and Craig are, and like specifically Craig, we're just like adapting to like the Marin mom and dad lifestyle,
new community,
and parent, new community, like the Marin mom situation. Whole episode on that. I can give you a whole play-by-play on style, where they work, what they do. We'll put that in the parking lot for a minute. But like, we're officially on the e-bike train. Craig got an e-bike, and at first I was like,
Craig jumped right in,
of course. And originally I was like, who needs an e-bike? That's ridiculous. You're so lazy. Like you can just, ride a bike. Why would you want an e-bike? And I can absolutely see the benefits. Like now you hop on your e-bike, you go to school, you e-bike into town, you go to,
my
a brewery,
goodness.
You have a beer.
This is so funny, just the difference.
I mean, we are in a whole new world in terms of like people and neighbors and traffic.
And just what the norms are in that community versus a different community. I mean, when we were down in Florida, everyone has golf carts to get around from one little beach town to the next. Like those kind of things that are just the norm in certain towns versus others, which I don't hate it. Like, great. That's awesome.
No.
Also,
I mean, I don't know.
What would you have done with an e-bike in New York?
You wouldn't.
In upstate New York, an e-bike
wouldn't.
would not have, that would have achieved nothing.
Because there's not even remotely a culture of, like, unless you're riding a bike on a trail, you're not using your bike as a form of transportation. And around here, like you do. Every dad here is like healthy, fit, good looking, tan. Like everyone's wearing their, insert trucker hat here from a, West Coast, either brewery or some, mountain community. It's just like, the moms are all in, it's a very specific set. They're in like Aloe, Viore, New
Yep.
Balance, Mother Denim, no Nike.
Mhm,
All the kids
mhm.
are wearing state backpacks. It's just like, you're like,
No
okay,
Nike.
okay, so
That's
this is the energy
interesting.
here.
That's interesting.
hmm I was
Okay. Especially
commenting
because
to
they're
Marissa
so
about
close
this.
to Portland.
Well, I think that it's a little bit of a view on like how Nike's losing its I don't want to say street cred, that's not the right way to wear it. I think it's not always like the athleisure brand. It's not like the luxury athleisure brand. You're not going to Nike anymore necessarily for, athleisure. I
It's
think
more like
the
straight
Lulus and
athletics.
Viores of the world. Yeah, or I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to see the different pockets. So I always love looking at that whole world and went to my first back to school night and met the moms of the PTO and, we're just trying to, figure things out here.
Find your pocket. Find your community. You'll find it.
I know, I know.
One
I'm
one
already coming back to New
e-bike
York the week
ride at
of
a time.
one e-bike at a time. But it's been good.
When are you
Coming
coming
back to New
back?
York ready for a week of during Labor Day.
How? That's
For
so
the entire
soon.
week. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I mean, I'm going
goodness.
to
All
be
right,
like
we'll
in New
get to the
York.
city and see you.
If you can, I mean, it's going to be I mean, yes, of course, if you can, but it's going to be like I'm coming in Monday night and I'm there for a work event. We have a couple of big summits going on. And
Now I
most
have a
importantly, I'm
question.
getting my hair highlighted. So if one
Oh,
must
of
know,
course, Tippy. But doesn't that line up
to
with, or
be.
am I getting the dates wrong? Does that line up with Casey Musgraves?
I had to sell my Casey Musgrave tickets. My friend Lindsay and Netta took them and they're giving another one to their friends. So I am
Uh,
so
but
sad
is that
about
not during
Casey.
Labor Day weekend? Obviously, you didn't know you were going to be
It's
back. Is it?
it's
It's
on
the
the
weekend before?
30th. So it's the
Okay,
weekend
so it's the
before.
weekend
It's the
before.
Monday
Got
before
it.
Labor Day. Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately. I mean, trust me. I would I would I would move mountains to see those Casey disco
Yeah, I know
balls.
you would.
Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh, literal disco balls. I'm sure your feed has done the same. My feed has gone from just exclusively Hillary content to now Casey concert content and Jonas Brothers concert content, which I blame the
Joe
Jonas Brothers on Emerson having me watch all of the Camp Rocks and play Jonas Brothers
Okay.
24/7.
Okay, this is tracking now.
Yeah.
Camp Rock. Yes,
Yeah.
I saw the promos for that in Disney. I
Yeah.
actually
The
feel like it
third
looks
one
kind of
came out.
cute. I want Max to watch it. Like,
It
okay.
was, it was,
Um,
not to, I guess, pun intended, it was campier than the other two. Like, as a mom, I was like, okay, this is just a little silly.
okay. Okay. They gotta kind
Yeah.
of continue to do it.
Yeah.
No, I've been so my feed has been all Matthew Reese, Carrie Russell. I think they're on some big
Hmm.
podcast promo tour. Because I think they're
They were
both
on the
Emmy
interview with
nominated.
the New York
I
Times. I
listened.
saw
Yes,
that.
I listened
Yeah.
to I love him so much. I have loved both of
Matthew
them.
Reese.
I've loved
Yeah. He's
yes,
so
but
charming.
I love them both individually as actors. I love them both as a couple. Obsessed with the Americans.
Weren't
He
they
has
your
said
old
amazing.
neighbors as well? Like old back in Brooklyn Heights?
I think so. I never saw them there,
I feel
but
like they
yeah,
were
I
in
think. I
Brooklyn
mean,
Heights.
actually, that's funny you mentioned Brooklyn Heights. That's also been in my feed because everyone's freaking out because Allison Roman is opening up her new First Bloom store in Montague. It's like, I don't
Oh my
know. Everyone's just
goodness.
commenting on just like the evolution of Brooklyn Heights into this most homogenous, rich white neighborhood, which like, yeah, duh, of course it is. But
Wasn't it
anyways, Carrie
always
Russell,
that?
Matthew Reese, and what else? Well, I was gonna go in a different direction. It's a little heavier news, but like the Nicole
Lindsay
Clancy
Clancy?
trial, I'm sure,
Oh
or
yeah.
Lindsay, yeah, Lindsay
Yep.
Clancy. Like that's been a really heavy, interesting debate on mental illness and postpartum
Mm-hmm.
psychoses. And again, we can talk about that and go
Mm-hmm.
there, but like that has been, yeah, that's been intense.
Yep.
Some Taylor
You know what
Swift
I
Ted
was
Lasso
following?
speculation.
Oh, I saw that. But you know what I was following closer than the Lindsay Clancy trial? Because the Lindsay Clancy trial for me, it's a lot. It's heavy. And I am so happy that women's health and specifically postpartum is getting this much time in the spotlight. But it's a little too close to home because the kids are exactly or were exactly my children's current ages.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so I can't not just imagine that in my family and in my pod. So I have not been following that too closely, but what I have been following is, did you see the story of the surrogate who the parents found out that at the 20-week anatomy scan that the child was going to have a heart defect, that potentially like life altering, would definitely require at least 3 open heart surgeries when the baby was born, like very, very difficult heart situation. And they wanted to abort the baby. and the surrogate said no and fled to Texas, where she wouldn't be allowed to abort, essentially kidnapped the baby and took it to Texas, where she wouldn't be allowed to abort it, and had the baby in Texas. And now there's this huge custody battle over, like, the surrogate named it one thing, the parents named it another thing. There's this huge custody battle about who actually gets the baby, and it's blowing my mind. It's absolutely insane. And there's no world in which I see the surrogate getting the baby. Like, it's not your baby. It's biologically.
Is the baby healthy?
The baby is not healthy. The baby has the heart issue. The baby has immediately already gone through one surgery and has survived that first surgery. So there's a long road ahead for this baby. And these poor parents they just want their baby to be okay. And now they're in the middle of this massive legal battle with a surrogate who literally kidnapped their child and took it to a state where it wouldn't be allowed to be aborted.
That's
horrible.
That's incredible. Incredibly awful.
Insane. Yeah. And that I was thinking of that with the Lindsay Clancy thing, because the surrogate has also, I can't imagine what she's going through with postpartum and her hormones. Like, she can't be thinking clearly right now in any way, shape, or form.
The New York Times opinion, I think, actually, I was reading it this morning, had a good summary of, like, just the key, just even thought-provoking questions. And it's like, regardless of society not taking, postpartum health as seriously as they should, yes, that's a bigger thing. The other question is just, does mental illness, like, absolve you or kind of decrease the, what was the word that they, I don't know. It's just like kind of like decrease how culpable and guilty you are. And I don't know.
Does it negate your responsibility for your actions?
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. That was much more articulate than I couldn't find my words.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I actually contribute to the New York Times opinion.
Was that your comment? I knew that. I thought it was your words.
Yeah.
Great. But I feel like that's also,
it is. It's an important conversation. It is a very important conversation, and the fact that it takes something like this to actually start having those conversations. And I know there's a lot of pockets of the world where those conversations were already being had, but on a larger and louder platform, which is nice. In lighter news, what else have you been seeing on social media? I mean, I did send you the Taylor Swift thing too, because I don't know what it is. You think it's a Ted Lasso thing? Something's cooking.
I think it's a little bit. I think something is cooking with the green, the Empire State. I saw a couple of theories about some sort of like Ted Lasso, Taylor Swift connection. I feel like that one was a little bit of a stretch. It just had to do with something about the number 13 in a jersey.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that.
Yeah. Something about
every
that.
team has a number 13. That's silly to me.
I know.
That seems
I'm
very
loving
stretchy.
all of just the ongoing. Everyone is just so eager for something from Taylor that all these new kind of conspiracies.
Well, there's
and theories
absolutely
are
something. Up. Sorry, the Empire State Building. There's something.
There's something brewing.
If people didn't see the Empire State Building turned itself green and then they posted what's happening or something like what's up or something where they put the TS and what's capitalized and nothing else was. Like, there's something very specific Taylor Swift brewing, something specific to New York. I don't know.
Maybe like a welcome to New York. I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, maybe, no, that would be very, very niche. I was going to say the U.S. Open's coming up there, but and it's green tennis balls. That's the only, but like that makes no sense. There's not like a halftime show at the U.S. Maybe there is. Maybe this is the first one. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. You know what I saw on social media that actually cracked me up? And I love it. As parents, we do this a lot. We rebrand things. If our kids are like, I don't want lunch. I'm like, oh, actually, this is just post-breakfast. And they're like, oh, delicious. I love post-breakfast. Whatever. We rebrand. I saw that the Tramp stamp is making a comeback.
Okay.
But Gen Z has rebranded it a cake topper. And I love that. I have no interest. I love tattoos. I'm very happy with all my tattoos. I've never had an interest and do not now have an interest in getting a tattoo on my lower back. But I fully support it being called a cake topper versus a tramp stamp.
Tell me why. Is it like your butt or like
your butt's your cake? Yeah.
Maybe your butt's your cake and it's like a top of your cake. You're big like muffins.
It's your cake topper.
I was going to like muffin top. I was going to like a muffin top situation. Okay.
No, your cake topper.
Okay with the rebrand.
And so Gen Z is now getting more lower back tattoos and calling them their cake toppers. I'm like, I love that for you guys. I hope to see one in the wild. I haven't seen one yet.
I mean,
I hope to see one in the wild.
I would. It's not my my
Not my cup of
preferred
tea.
area of a tattooed.
No.
But like, I don't mind it. Like, I don't know. I can think of
that having gotten tattoos, you know how it feels and I know how it feels. That would feel horrible to get a tattoo right there. That would not feel
worse
good.
places.
I mean, yes, but there's so much. I'm feeling it right now. There's so much bone back there. I don't like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I know. All the
no,
bony
no,
bits in
thank
there.
you. No cake topper for me, but I fully support all of you Gen Z out there getting your cake toppers.
Oh my God. No, I love it. I wish I had more like, wild tidbits. Again, like my life for the past 2 weeks has literally been like, ask me anything about California, I can tell you for right now. But yeah, coming back from New York, bummed to miss Casey. You took
I
your
need to
kids to
see if I can
MetLife.
get tickets. We did. We went to a Giants opening, just pregame, and it was so much fun. It was I mean, obviously it's a different experience when you're going and you go to a suite and you just have your contained space and the kids can run around. You're not sitting in seats. Like, I don't think we would have been able to do it, but it was just us in a suite and the kids were running around playing. They were dancing. Every time the Jumbotron came going, they would jump up and play. Every time the t-shirt gun came out, they would get so sad they didn't get a t-shirt. Like, it was fantastic. It was the perfect day. It was like 70s and sunny and just, it just felt fun. It was a lot of fun.
Amazing. I know.
I'm ready for sports season. I'm ready for football season. I enjoy football. We'll see what happens.
We used to have fun in the city doing that. On like our football weekends, we would just go to insert, I don't know,
insert
whatever
sports
type of sports bar here.
Lots of bounce
like,
time for me. Bounce Sporting Club. I was
feel like
obviously regular there.
We didn't, but I didn't hang out with, that wasn't a place for me and you. Like, I don't really remember.
No, we on occasion would go there, but it was not a spot that we would go. I mean, my bounce football days, I would go for the 1:00 game because Bounce Sporting Club, for those who are not familiar or were not in the city during the heyday, was like a bottles, sparklers club with football games on, where the teams and the players would come during their off weekend to watch the games and party. So it was somewhere I would go for the 1:00 game and sit there and just sip my bottle beer. I think I would have Bud Lights with lime because classy. I would sip my beers for the 1:00 game when no one was there because no one wanted sparklers and bottle service for the 1:00 game. And then by the time the crowd started to show up for the 4:00 game, I would leave. Mind you, I was also there because my husband, my future husband, now husband, was behind the bar and we were dating and I would just sit and drink for free the whole time. So it was fun. It was lovely. It was great. And the whole team knew me and the bouncer would protect me and make sure no one was getting in my way as a girl just sitting solo at the bar. So it was great. But you and I, we went to random places. We would go to like dive bars in the West Village. Yeah, Phoebe's too.
It was that one place we'd sit
Riviera Cafe, the Triangle.
Cafe. Yeah. I mean,
where did that come from in my brain just now?
That is such a specific, amazing call because that's exactly what it was. Does Riviera Cafe still exist? There. I should Google this.
No, it's gone.
No,
it is gone.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but I also don't think we ever watched football there. I think we just went there and hung out. But
yeah, good old Greg. Yeah, I don't know.
We had fun back in the day.
I know,
back in the city.
Now it's
also we did Duke's. Remember Duke's Sports? We went to
that is where I first met Craig.
Yeah,
look at bars bringing people back together.
Also closed. I think without our patronage, all these places closed. Without us spending money there, they didn't stand a chance. Yeah.
But on that note of like you meeting, I mean, I met Craig through work, but like you meeting, like the comment I was about to make is how I think it's like Scott Galloway was talking about this in terms of like, it's all great for like how, Gen Z is not drinking. Everyone's like really healthy now. There's been a huge downtick there. Great. That's all good. But like the rise and just like the role that bars play in terms of young people socializing as like a place. And like, sure, you could argue, oh, well, you don't have to have a bar to socialize. You don't have a bar to have social skills. Like there still is something about just like learning how to talk to people or I don't know, and the entire thing. And so, that's also like been a huge trend, and not in terms of like loneliness, but people not being able to, I don't know, connect with other people or, I don't know, figure out how to date. And it's just, everything's like online now. It's just like the whole online thing has completely taken out the, oh my God, the ability to meet new people. Remember how we would make up names? I specifically remember
Gertrude. And my friends would call me Gertie. It was my grandmother's name. And I remember one time specifically at Penny Farthing, we made up a backstory about how we worked on Sesame Street.
Yes.
together.
No. Wait, me and you?
Well, first of all, there were multiple times. Yes, there was a backstory one time where we worked at Sesame Street. Because also, mind you, this was when, and this was like, what, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? When you had to come up with an elaborate lie. You couldn't just tell boys you didn't want to talk to them and they should leave you alone, because they would just continue trying. They were and they still are. But now I think it's you get a better response, or a different response, when you're like, nah, thanks, I'm not interested. You couldn't do that when we were out in bars. If we were like, oh, no, thanks. Or like, I used to wear a pretend wedding ring, like, oh, no, my fiance's coming, or whatever it is, because you couldn't just say no. It would not work. And you had to come up with an elaborate lie that involved another man or involved something else in order to get space and just have a drink with your girlfriend at the bar. Like, just ridiculous
I remember
stuff.
we would do that just to entertain ourselves. It wasn't to like fend the men away. It was just because it was like, I'm bored tonight. Who do you want to be? What's our backstory? Like, I think, yes, I distinctly remember one night at Penny Farthing having this bizarre persona between the two of us. Like, were we like dating? Were we supposed to be together? Did we like adopt a baby? I just remember the most ridiculous stories.
There was an adoption one. I remember an adoption. Yeah, there was an adoption.
And like, who are the people that actually believe this? Like, we kept this straight up for like a couple drinks in with these people. Like, it was just pure entertainment. It was amazing.
Yeah, I was thinking about that a lot recently, though, that I was like, I can't remember the times when, like, yes, we would do it for entertainment, but I was very much thinking about having to go out because I found the ring I used to wear. And I was like, oh my gosh, I literally used to wear this out. You couldn't just say no and someone would leave you alone. You had to say, no, there's a man coming and he'll beat you up. Whatever it is, whatever actually scared boys away. Because they were dumb, stupid millennial boys who were like, oh, no doesn't actually mean no. I can talk to you. I can buy you a drink. It was just the dumbest stuff. And then the fact that we managed to find wonderful, lovely men is just so nice.
You know, it's just
so
right
nice.
Time. Yeah, right time, right place. I guess so.
Cheers to good men.
Wait, how was your birthday? I feel like
uneventful. So uneventful.
Craig's was yesterday, and it was also
Well, we were leaving for Florida the next day. So my birthday itself was just running around, scramble, packing, realizing we had the wrong headphone splitter for the kids to listen to their storybox together, having to run out and get a new headphone splitter, like all of that stuff where it's like, this isn't how I want to spend my birthday. And like not even wanting to do a birthday toast or drink anything because we're waking up the next morning at 3 a.m. to go to the airport. Like, so we decided we had phone calls from everyone. We appreciated it, but we decided Spencer and I are going to celebrate ourselves separately. Later this week, or maybe once the kids are in school, we'll do something.
Have there been any new developments with your friend who was dealing with her marital issues?
You know what? They are still figuring out what it looks like. I didn't talk to the friend a lot recently, but I got an update from someone else about all of the things that are happening, that like the parents of both sides are no longer friends. The parents were supposed to travel together and they canceled the trip. And so now like it's just kind of, and as expected, it infects more than just your direct immediate family. Like it spreads and it becomes a cancer, like the consequences of someone's actions. And the kids are starting to ask about, when's this parent coming home? What's this look like? So I don't know what they're planning yet. I don't think they have a plan yet, but don't envy the situation.
Nope. No, ma'am.
Neither does Murphy.
No Murphy Bear. Well, I am going to be going off to my Bikram yoga class now. Do you do hot yoga?
Have fun. I have, but not recent. I have, like, in the city is the last time I did it. So it's been a while.
So that's also been a big like unlock here is while I don't have like my big workout studio, I'm gonna make out something here. There's like the access to classes that's also kind of fun. So anyways, I found this great yoga studio. I'm gonna go to Bikram, go to hot yoga.
So nice.
It's a huge unlock for the body.
You gotta create a new routine. You'll get it. Yeah.
Yes. The whole thing.
Do you still have a space where you can do your morning walks with Lemon?
I do. I mean, honestly, I feel like no matter what, I will always find that. And I feel
you will find
like it's gorgeous. We are in Marin. We are surrounded by gorgeous mountains. There's trails out my backyard. So the most important things is like Max is great. Max is in a great local school. Good. Access to trail, house is lovely. Just got to get it set up. Work commute could be better, but it's doable. Work's going okay.
And everything arrived okay? Cars, people,
Yeah,
boxes,
cars
everything
are
made it?
here. And
Oh,
again, I'm
that's so
so
nice.
like we were really I think I was talking to you about this. Like we were debating whether or not we send Max to like the local public
Yeah.
elementary school
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
street or this like really nice private school also down the street. And I'm so glad we chose the local public elementary because it just
Good.
feels so much more embedded in the community.
Yeah.
So it just like
Yeah.
it feels good. We made some good decisions and
Getting some
took some good
validation for all these
yes.
decisions. Yeah.
But, you know,
Good.
it's we miss our
Good.
friends and the most important person is Max, and I just want to make sure that he makes friends and that he feels very good because last night was really, really hard. It was like it was a really hard night for him. Like I've never,
Yeah.
so baby steps.
Okay. Well, he's got his
Yeah,
play date today
I
and then
know.
back
Play
to
it.
school. So
Report
hopefully
cat.
all that helps.
I
You guys
know.
are doing great. You're doing all the right things.
Um, well, we'll be sipping. I will have more of my a couple of good commentary notes, but
We're
I'm
back
glad I got to see
online.
your face. We're back.
We are
We're
back
back.
online.
We got our
Took
we're
us a
getting
few
our
weeks,
reps
but we
back.
are back.
We're back. All
Well,
right.
enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, friend.